This is just repulsive, dude. It's the most disgusting and vile content I've ever found in the history of my channel. When I first caught word that this material was on the internet of Jaiden Animation, I couldn't believe it. And I can promise you, I'm going to be burning these images out of my head by the time this is done. I'm making this video because I have talked about the weird art that people have made of Jaiden Animation's avatar, but then someone mentioned to me that there's something even more sinister hiding within her community. There are people within her fanbase that are making this content that are still active and attempting to, I guess you could say, entertain certain other people within her fanbase that fantasize about her like this. Obviously, not every fan is like this, but wow, dude. First there's art of her avatar that I mentioned before and I already thought was weird enough, and now we have this. There's just no excuse for this. It's just so much more disturbing and sinister that there's people using various tricks to fake their faces onto people to exploit them. And wait until you see the comments that some of these people are leaving on these pictures and you'll feel sick to your stomach. Fuck, that's good. There are many comments like these, and I prefer to show the ones that aren't as graphic because there were some that were just beyond disturbing, talking about various things these people wanted to do to Jaiden, and I didn't even want to mention it. But there was this other comment that highlighted the worst viewpoint I've seen on this entire situation. She deserves it. This is insane, man. I don't get how people can have this belief that anyone would deserve to get exploited like that, like the complete degenerates these people are. I couldn't believe that Jaiden Animations could have members within her fanbase like this, making these comments and watching her videos, and I guarantee there's going to be some, even in this video, trying to downplay this situation. And I wanted to make this next point. Even people on Rule 34 are calling it out. Look, I'm fine with looting her persona, but her as an actual person is just messed up. And also this one, that's too far. You know you're being weird if people that comment on Rule 34 pictures are calling you up, because those people have seen some things that would break a normal person and ruin their childhood. Think about it, man. These are the same people that look up Rule 34 of Among Us. Can you imagine how unforgivable something has to be for them to say it's wrong? Now, in my opinion, as someone who's made videos in the past about the odd Rule 34 of Jaiden Animations and how strangely common it is, I do think it's still unusual to draw art of her persona like that. And I don't think anyone could make the argument that, oh, it's just her persona, it's not her, like it would distract from how weird it is to the outsiders. You just can't normalize a Rule 34 of a YouTuber's avatar. I'm sorry, it's going to be strange to everyone else. Of course, people can have arguments about whether it's morally okay to draw art of various YouTubers, but then you have these fakes people are making of her that's on another planet of wrong, and barely anyone is defending it. Let me talk about one of the worst takes I found here. Can't treat people like this. Oh, for fuck's sake, grow up. We live in a world where people do stuff like this. Most people don't give a shit anymore about how they should treat people. Accept it or leave this site. Most people don't care how they should treat people? That's pretty cynical and honestly one of the dumbest opinions I've seen on this issue. All people are due an amount of respect, and obviously not everyone is willing to give others the respect they deserve, but this use of editing someone's face against their will onto someone naked is just so damn weird, bro. You're a complete degenerate if you think this content is okay and natural. And I'm gonna be honest, you are on crack if you think that most people would object to the idea of photoshopping someone's face onto a body like that. Like I said, dude, you're even seeing that in the comments of some of those pictures that likely see mess up content every single day if they spend that much time on Rule 34. These disgusting people are making this argument that, oh, she's a celebrity, she should be expecting this, and already showing how stupid they are. Just because someone becomes known across the internet or any form of media doesn't mean that the respect that everyone should be getting regardless of how famous they are goes away, or that they no longer deserve it in the first place. While being more famous and noticeable doesn't mean you'll likely be criticized in things you do more often than the average person, it doesn't mean that you're free to reduce them to objects like that. I mean, come on, dude. It's not like these people, these weird freaks, are making fakes of our PRN stars or anything. They're just YouTubers, artists, creators that want their privacy and respect, and these crackheads are going around making art to feed the darkest sides of their fan base. It's disturbing. Boys, I'm not gonna lie, at the time of recording this, I don't think I'm gonna be making anything this intense for a while, because looking at this material is genuinely getting me sick. Even just talking about it is really painful. And believe me, I've made videos about weird topics on Rule 34, but nothing I've talked about has ever been this creepy. I had to take so many breaks while I was making this just because I felt sickened, man. I do think it's something that needed to be called out just because of how vile it was, because this was the darkest and creepiest side of the internet I could find when it came to internet celebrities. The more I had to view this material, the more I lost motivation to continue because it was that painful to look at. I'm just saying, dude, I'd rather be making 3 more Dream Rule 34 videos than have to deal with this. It's hurting me, man. If there's one thing I learned from this experience is that these people can be hidden within a YouTuber's community, even though Jaiden's videos are aimed at a younger audience. These people knew who Jaiden was, knew her videos, and likely watched her videos irregularly enough to know what she looked like in the occasional times she revealed her face. If you're a Jaiden fan, I want you to realize that these gross people are still hiding in Jaiden's community, commenting, liking her videos, and watching everything she's making. It's pretty scary not being able to know what kinds of people are watching her content. One thing I'm concerned about is that if these degenerates are watching her content inside her fanbase, the rest of her fans need to know about it because these people are probably not safe for society and definitely shouldn't be anywhere near Jaiden's younger audience. Would you honestly be okay with someone who regularly views fake images of Jaiden to be around a younger relative? These people could be full-grown adults for all we know about them. There's nothing normal about viewing these images all the time, and those people that do shouldn't be allowed to be in the presence of so many of her younger fans. It's so bizarre because these people are trying to make these mental gymnastics and rationalize something made for complete basement dwellers, and they never manage to convince anyone they aren't nasty people. Oh, and maybe I should have mentioned this, but Jaiden isn't the only one people are making these fakes of. The thing is, boys, most of the ones I found I don't even think I could show without censoring the entire image because so many of them are that graphic, so I wanted to show the tamer ones. You boys know Jacksepticeye, the really popular YouTuber that screams like this all the time?
Top of the morning to you ladies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome back to...
Yeah, personally I'm not really a fan of his. All jokes aside, he has become less obnoxious over the years and isn't that irritating to watch anymore, and there's also pictures like this. You boys can't see it because I'm not gonna show it, but this guy made him completely naked, smiling at the camera, and for some reason ripped like a motherfucker. Dude, I'm sorry, I can't. This is just too weird. I don't know why, but I feel like it's a different dynamic when these images are made of a famous guy versus a famous girl. Don't get me wrong, this is still so out of the ordinary. There is no universe where this material is normal. It's just that when I saw one of these images, I found it hilarious that there's someone out there that looks at a clip of him like this. And then they just thought, oh yeah, I want him so bad. I love it when you scream in my ears at max volume in video games. They gave him abs to any person that was bizarre enough to actually want to find this material. And I just found that funny, dude. I'm sorry. It's different for me because with the Jaiden fakes, all I can think of is the people that are enjoying it for sick reasons while they continue to watch her videos, lurk in her comments, obsess over her, and talk about how much they want her. That is incredibly creepy. But with the pictures of Jacksepticeye, the first thing that comes to mind is there is someone that actually wants to sexualize a YouTuber that constantly screams into the microphone and put his face on the body of someone with abs. Jacksepticeye is just the most stereotypical YouTuber I've ever seen, and although he mellowed out more now, he used to be so annoying to watch. He had a loud intro, he had colored hair, he played any game that was trending at the time, and he obviously screamed for his younger audience. The fact that someone would make any form of artwork based around him is hilarious to me for that reason, but to each their own, I guess. I can't help but laugh at that, dude. There's someone that wants him to scream in his face. Going back to Jaiden though, I do think that most Jaiden fans are normal, good people, but there are some people within Jaiden's community that have an unhealthy obsession with her. Just absolute simps that relentlessly want her attention, respect, and confirmation. I think this leads them to love her so much that they would do anything to fulfill the repulsive fantasies they have of her. I don't think it's wrong to like a female YouTuber or think they're attractive, but these people are obviously taking things a step too far if they're making, viewing, and sharing fake images of them naked. I don't think this could ever be tolerated because it's not respectful and against the will of the person you're making these fakes of. It's completely obsessive to the person and probably made by some goblin in his basement that watches way too much Jaiden Animation videos. And the more this material gets spread around and new pictures come out, the higher chance some poor kid will stumble upon it and scar himself for life. I showed the weaker ones that are nasty, but there's probably ones that are way worse out there and I didn't want to search it up. The next time you come across someone acting strange towards Jaiden or talking about how much they love her and it seems like they're practically worshipping her, you should probably tell that person to chill out. It's okay to admire a YouTuber, but being a stan is unhealthy and not something you should strive to be. And dude, I can't emphasize how much I hate that word, so the fact that I'm using it signifies I mean it when I say you shouldn't be worshipping any type of YouTuber, except for me. You're allowed to worship me because I'm out here spitting facts. And also there will be simp fans coming to my channel trying to defend how it's okay to love Jaiden Animations as much as the people in these videos, and I want you boys to laugh at how hard they try to defend their odd behavior. They will throw out every excuse, no matter how embarrassing or pathetic, to make up for the fact that they view this material, and I want you boys to get ready for them because they will probably be out in full force. So you know what I'm going to ask you to do? You better like and subscribe right now so I can keep making videos and spit the truth at any non-believers. Anyways, thank you boys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.